All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. The first story, Hafthor Bjornsson versus Stephen Ward. The exhibition fight that happened in Conrad, Dubai is over. It happened today, and the fight is done. So in the intro and right here, you can see some brief footage of Hafthor and Stephen in the ring. I do not know the result of this fight. So they did not offer a live stream of the Hafthor Bjornsson Stephen Ward exhibition fight, but you will be able to watch it tomorrow for free. So you will be able to watch it tomorrow, January 16th at 7 p.m. GMT on the Core Sports World platform, which is the same place where they broadcast his 501 deadlift attempt. And I think it's actually really cool that they're doing it for free. I thought for sure they're going to charge to see this, but I'm actually glad that they are not. So we've got a couple of posts here after the fight. Neither of them give away the result. Stephen Ward posted this with the caption, "A great night. Thank you, MTK Global," which I believe is the promotional company that put on this fight, and Core Sports World for letting me be a part of this event. I never expected Thor to be that fit. Great night. And thanks to DX Bicky, the legend, who I'm not sure who that is. And in this photo, you can kind of see a pretty good representation of the size difference between Stephen and Thor. And then also Larry Wheels posted a photo from the event, which appears to be after the fight because his caption says, "Seeing Hafthor Bjornsson in the ring was a surreal experience, and I cannot wait for the next one." And in this picture, Thor almost looks like he's got a bloodied nose that he maybe had just wiped away. So I'll zoom in on that real quick so you guys can get a better look at that. But it looks like that's post-fight, and Thor looks to have had a bloodied nose. And the only post that Thor had put up was before the fight, and he says that he is the only Titan weight fighter in history. So he put up this picture with his height at 6'9", division Titan weight. I believe he weighed in close to 360 pounds. Fight record 0-0-0, and he says the first Titan weight fighter in history, ready to take on this new challenge. I'm excited, and I hope all of you are too, champs. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. GMT on Core Sports World, my YouTube channel, and his Twitch channel. So you can basically watch it for free across all these platforms. Now let's go back to the fight footage here. This isn't giving away too much because I don't know what round it is, and I don't know, again, the result of the fight. So this could have been early in the fight. This could have been late in the fight. But a lot of people had sent this to me, and they said they thought that Thor was looking gassed by this point in the fight and that he was looking like he was slowing down. He was kind of tangling up with Stephen Ward. But again, we don't know what point in the fight this was. We don't know if it was the first round or the last round, because if it was the last round, that would mean something a lot different than if this were what Thor was looking like in the first round. So I guess we're going to have to watch the full fight to see. But based on this footage that you guys can see so far, let me know what you guys think the outcome of this exhibition fight is going to be. How do you think Thor looks so far in the fight? And are you going to be watching the fight tomorrow? And if you want to go a step further and even try to predict the future here, what do you think this means as far as Thor versus Eddie? Do you think this makes Thor look good or bad going into that September 2021 fight with Eddie Hall? Now, next up in the news, a big bodybuilder ban on Twitter. So we know that Twitter has been banning and suspending some very high-profile accounts lately, and apparently bodybuilders are no exception to that rule. Steve Kuclo was recently suspended and banned from Twitter. Now, I do not know the reason, but the person that sent me these screenshots when his account was originally banned, it looks like they might be the person that actually reported Steve, because one of the screenshots they sent me says an update on your report. Thanks again for letting us know. Our investigation found that the account violates Twitter rules. Steve Kuclo, we appreciate your help in improving everyone's experience on Twitter. You can learn more about reporting abusive behavior here. So, person who sent me this, if you're the one that reported Steve, not cool. But this is exactly why I don't have Twitter. The environment at Twitter to me has always seemed to just be very toxic and bans left and right. Very political at Twitter. And Steve is actually one of the only bodybuilders I know of that has made his political beliefs public. And he's the only bodybuilder that I know of that has also been banned from Twitter. So I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but I don't know. I generally stay away from Twitter. Now, next up in the news, this is some good news here. I like to see this. This is the 2021 schedule for a lot of IFBB shows, at least the shows that are sponsored by or fall under the Wings of Strength banner. And Wings of Strength is the company owned by Jake Wood, who, of course, is the new owner of the Mr. Olympia competition. So outside of this schedule, the first competition that I'm aware of is the Indy Pro. That's the first IFBB men's open bodybuilding show that we have coming up that doesn't fall on this schedule of Wings of Strength. Then they have June 5th, the Omaha Pro-Am, which I'm not sure. I don't think they have men's open bodybuilding at that show. But then June 19th through 20th, Puerto Rico Pro-Am. Pretty sure that is a men's open bodybuilding show. July 2nd through 3rd, Chicago Pro and Miss International. That's a men's open bodybuilding show. July 17th, the Norfolk Pro. Don't think that's men's open bodybuilding. August 6th through 7th, Tampa Pro. That is a men's open bodybuilding show. Savannah Pro, September 4th. I don't think that's men's open bodybuilding. Valhalla Warriors Championship, October 3rd. I'm not sure about that one. And the Romania Muscle Fest Pro, November 13th through 14th. That is a men's open bodybuilding show. And then the three biggest shows that fall under this banner are under the TBA to be announced category. The New York Pro, which is a massive show. The Rising Phoenix World Championships, which is essentially the biggest female bodybuilding show. And of course, the Olympia weekend is still to be announced, which I think is a very big deal that the dates for the Olympia have not come out yet. I think that potentially means they're not only unsure of the dates or still working on the dates, whether it's September or December. I think they also might be working on the location. Who knows if it's going to be in Florida again, if it's going to be in Vegas, or if it's going to be somewhere else. I think in all likelihood it's going to be in December. Because if you think about it, it kind of sucks for Big Ramy if he wins in December and then the next Olympia is September. Ramy doesn't even get a full year as Mr. Olympia to enjoy that title. So I think they should do December to December now. But who knows? I'm sure they could care less what I have to say about it. But that is some good news. This is a huge chunk of your 2021 season for men's open bodybuilding that just got announced. So it's good that we have that. And that is a positive story to talk about in today's video. Now, next up in the news, curious to get your guys' opinion on this one. Big Dennis James, the coach of Big Ramy from 2013 and recently started working with Big Ramy again before the 2020 Mr. Olympia, which Big Ramy won, posted a side-by-side picture, 2013 versus 2020. The pic on the left, I took it one day out of the 2013 New York Pro, which was Ramy's pro debut. And the pic on the right, I took one day out of the 2020 Mr. Olympia. 7 years in between pictures. What do you guys think? So I'll give you guys my opinion because Big D James is asking for our opinion. Then I want to hear your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. So 2013 New York Pro, a lot of people would argue that was one of the best conditioned versions of Big Ramy that we ever saw. And I believe that was the last time he worked with Dennis James, either 2013 or 2014 up until now was like the last time he worked with Dennis. So between these two pictures, the first thing I noticed is there's a significant difference in the lighting, so that should be noted. That the second picture is certainly under more flattering goon light, some people might call it. But the first thing I noticed is Ramy looks bigger in 2020. He looks a lot fuller, a lot rounder, and again, just bigger in general. And he looks a little bit more hard. He looks like he's got a little bit more graininess to his physique than he does back in 2013. But that could just be the lighting. The main thing that I'm noticing, if you look at the roundness of the delts, you look at the roundness in the traps, and just the roundness that Ramy has in general on the picture on the right, the 2020 picture, the main thing that I'm seeing is he looks a little bit more flat in 2013, and he looks a little bit more round and full in 2020, and just bigger all around. All right, now the final story that I have for you guys today. Julius Maddox, bench press legend, arguably the best raw bench presser in the history of the sport, posted an insane video on his YouTube channel today. So make sure you guys go check out this video on his YouTube channel. There's all kinds of other PRs and other cool stuff in the video. But the main takeaway for me was that in this video, he did an insane static hold on the bench press. He did an 820-pound static hold, which is 20 pounds heavier than the world record that he's going for. He's going for 800. And the point of this lift is to essentially prepare your central nervous system to handle and stabilize that insane amount of weight. And according to Julius, this is the heaviest static hold that he has ever done, is this 820 in this video. So again, I think we're going to see Julius attempt that 800 pounds again very, very soon. And I think we're going to see Julius get it. I think he's got 800 pounds in him. I think it's going to happen. He's going to be the first man ever to raw bench press 800 pounds, and the new world record is going to be 800, and it's going to be insane. So shout out to Julius. Leave a thumbs up on this video if you think that Julius has got the 800-pound bench press in him, if you think he's going to be able to do it. Positive vibes, positive energy. Go check out Julius's video on his channel. Leave some positive vibes over there as well. Watch his video on his channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed already. As always, I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. Check out the link in the description box below for Kaged Muscle Sups. Kaged Muscle Sups was kind enough to sponsor today's video. So if you want to support the channel, support the link in the description box down below. Thank you to Kaged Muscle Supplements. So as always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.